Anyone that's ever played Minecraft has seen the loading screen. So basically, when you want to play a single player world, you press create your world and you get sent to a options menu. You have a bunch of different options. You can turn it to creative mode, survival mode, hardcore. You can change the seed around. You can do a whole bunch of different stuff. But after you press create my world, you get sent to a loading screen. And this loading screen isn't anything special. It's just a square and it progressively fills up as your world loads. The Minecraft movie starts off with a loading screen just like this. And it made me cry. Which is kind of crazy because the movie fucking sucked. You might not be expecting me to say this, but the movie was not good. And I'm gonna go into that. But before that, let me give you some context. Last weekend, I went back to Houston to see my family. And a couple months ago, I found out about the Minecraft movie coming out. And I showed it to my brother and I told him we gotta watch this. The Minecraft movie dropped on April 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. And so last weekend did not fall on that day. So I didn't get the chance to see it as soon as it came out. And I told my brother, he's 10 years old, he's in 5th grade, he's about to go into middle school. I told him, let's watch this movie. I showed my brother Minecraft at a really young age. Funny enough, I was playing Minecraft on the day he was born. I remember distinctly I was playing some creative world or something. I had gotten out of school early, my grandma had picked me up. We went home, I got on my laptop until my grandma got the call that my mom was going into labor and my brother was being delivered. So, you know, Minecraft has a little extra meaning for my brother and I. As soon as I felt like he was old enough to play the game, I showed him the game and he instantly fell in love, which was awesome for me because I fell in love with Minecraft at a young age too. I remember being really young and getting introduced to Minecraft through YouTube videos. And I would always watch CaptainSparklez. He was my Minecraft GOAT. And a lot of people would argue with me at my school, telling me Sky Does Minecraft is better. We had kind of a faction thing going on. It was CaptainSparklez versus Sky Does Minecraft, and not gonna lie, it was like me and my friend Ricky going for CaptainSparklez, and the whole rest of the school was like Sky Does Minecraft is the GOAT, and I would just be hating on Sky, but secretly I was still watching the jailbreak videos. You know, everyone has their experience watching Minecraft YouTubers. Like I said, my favorite was CaptainSparklez. I watched Sunday, Chimney Swift 11. He had his survival series. Also, CaptainSparklez had his survival series. In my head, I debate which survival series was better. Low-key, it might have been Chimney Swift 11. Very underrated YouTuber. I was watching BOO. I was watching Ethos Lab. I was watching the Seth Bling Olympics, which is a throwback if anyone remembers that. And after a while of watching Minecraft YouTubers, they came out with Minecraft Pocket Edition. I didn't have a laptop from a really young age. I had access to a computer, but I didn't have my personal laptop. So I had an iPod Touch and I instantly downloaded it. My sister and I would play, but we wouldn't play the full game. We would play the demo version because I'm sure other people have gone through this, but asking your parents at 8 or 9 years old to pay $12 for a mobile game, that wasn't conceivable. So we would play the demo and we'd play together. And then finally, I think we convinced our parents to pay for the full game. I'd be playing on my iPod Touch and my sister, who is a year younger than me, would be playing on her iPad mini, and we had our own world. We'd play on the local server or whatever, and that was fun. After a while, I ended up getting a laptop, and it was a pink Asus laptop I got from my auntie. And back then, you would get games, or this was one way you could get games. You could get them at like Walgreens, Kroger, GameStop. You could get them on a gift card, and you just scratch the gift card, there'll be a code on there, and then you'd be able to play the game. Well, my friend Ricky got me that probably for my birthday or Christmas or something, and I lost it. Like, I felt so bad. I don't think I've told him that to this day. He'll probably see this in the video, but I lost it. So I had to get the money that I had saved up, probably from family members, maybe Chinese New Year in my hongbao, or some way I got money. I saved that up, and then I walked to Walgreens and bought my own gift card. At the time, I think the game was $25. I doubt it's increased, but to a elementary middle schooler, that was a lot of money. So I went through a lot of effort to play Minecraft, but once I finally got the game, I was playing Java Edition, obviously, because that was the only edition that you should have been playing. And the only edition that was available on laptops at the time. I got straight to work. I was playing on all the servers that I saw these YouTubers playing on. Mineplex was an all-time great server. If you watch CaptainSparklez, you knew he had like the YouTuber ranks and he would be able to play any character he wanted. Over time, I actually ended up buying myself legend rank, and I think that was like $20. Again, like that was a lot of money for the time, and I felt like a dumbass spending on video games, even though I was shelling out $20 every month on League of Legends. But I bought that rank. That was fun. I played Hypixel. This was before they even had the Skyblock, and now Hypixel been going crazy ever since Technoblade was making his Skyblock videos. Rest in peace, Technoblade. He was in the movie. All the while, I'm still watching my favorite YouTuber, still watching Captain Sparkles. Sam Gladiator, if anyone knows him, he had a series called Tsundere High School. Very corny to discuss, but the series was fire. So honestly, not that embarrassing. And the game followed me as I went from elementary school to middle school. I was still playing the game, still watching these YouTubers. I remember trying to make a survival server with my friends, and at the time, I don't think they had Realms. If you wanted a server, you would have to buy it off like a third-party hosting service, and I think that shit was like $20-$30 a month, and we weren't gonna do that, so we had to look up methods to play in survival. I remember we had this app called Hamachi, and I think it would connect all of your IPs together so you'd be able to play on a server running off of someone's computer. Typically, I was the guy that was running that server just because I wanted to have that power to kick people or do shit whenever, which is honestly a dickhead move, but I've always been a dickhead. So we were doing all that. My friends and I were trying to play modded servers, and then we'd go back to Mineplex and all that shit, play the mini games they had. Super fun. And then it went to high school, and I'm still playing the game. I'm still watching these Minecraft YouTubers. At this time, I think Dream, he started getting popular. We don't talk about him now, but back then, he was running that shit. And my friend Michael and I, we'd always talk about his videos whenever he'd come out with a new Manhunter and whatnot. And we were still playing the game. We were still getting servers. And at this point, you know, I had started working, so I was able to earn money. They came out with realms, and I could buy a realm. Having that 24/7 server that didn't have to constantly have my PC running anytime anyone wanted to join was a liberty. So that was fun. COVID-19 happened, and I was playing Minecraft while in class, you know, and like I was being blatant with it too. I had my headphones on. You could see me talking in Discord. Like I was not trying to hide it at all, and they didn't care. What a time. And then I go into college, I come back for breaks, and we have those realms back up. We're playing on new servers. We're still playing the game. I am in college, and then whenever I make some food, I turn on a BOO video or an Ethos Lab video. I'm still watching these same people that I was watching when I was young. That just goes to show you how long this game has been in my life. So back to the movie. When I found out this movie was coming out, I was a little conflicted. I'm curious, how are they going to do a Minecraft movie? Then more news comes out. They say Jack Black is going to be getting a lead role. Jason Momoa is in the movie. I'm like, damn, they're casting some A-listers, some real deal A-listers. I'm really curious how this shit is gonna turn out. The movie finally comes out, and I go back home. I go buy the tickets, and this is, like I mentioned earlier, this is a couple days after the movie's been out. The theater is still sold out. I could only get tickets on row C, and if you're thinking about it, A, B, C, that's 3 rows back from the screen, so I was staring into heaven watching the movie. It didn't impact my viewing experience too much, but let's just say it wasn't the most fun. I take myself, my brother, and my sister to the movie, and we walk in, a bunch of families and kids, and I knew that it was a kids movie. I had seen all the TikToks, all the people screaming out on the iconic lines, chicken jockey fooling around, throwing their popcorn and shit. I don't know why it didn't really click to me. This is a kids movie, and the kids are being loud, and I'm like, damn, I'm really in for a not great viewing experience, you feel me? But I sit down and the movie starts, and they're playing all the production companies. Finally, they play the last production company, Mojang, the Minecraft company. And it really hits me. I'm like, man, I'm watching a Minecraft movie. This is interesting. You know, this game I played my whole life is a movie. After that, there's the loading screen I told you about, and that comes onto the screen, and my eyes instantly start tearing up. Just seeing something so iconic from Minecraft on the big screen, just, I don't know, that did something to me, you know? Like, my eyes instantly start welling with tears. And I told y'all I'm with my brother and my sister, and I'm all the way on the left. They're sitting on the 2 seats to the right of me, and I kind of gotta, like, look off to the side, like, just make sure they're not looking in my eyes so they don't see I'm crying, because I'm crying to the Minecraft movie. This is crazy. First of all, the movie hasn't started. Second of all, this is a kid's movie. Third of all, it's a Minecraft movie. Like, this is goofy. Why am I crying? But back to the movie. I mentioned earlier that the movie sucked, and I'm not putting that lightly. This was not a good movie. This movie was garbage to begin with. The acting was not great, specifically on behalf of Jack Black. Like, you can tell he just got through a bag to be in this movie, and he had no prior knowledge of Minecraft. He might not have even known what Minecraft was. I'm sure he had heard like the name once or twice, but I could just tell his heart wasn't in it. And he still gave like a solid performance, but it's just like the way he was saying things like the Minecraft, flint and steel, I am Steve. Just the way he was enunciating it and putting emphasis on that to make it seem like it just sounds like he read the script and the director writes put emphasis on this, and he did it just as he like read it, and he didn't care. You could tell he didn't care. He was so funny, you know, it's Jack Black, but it just feels like he didn't fully care. Jason Momoa was cool. I actually really loved his character. His character had a funny backstory. He was kind of like a failed gamer. He had peaked in middle school or high school or some shit, and he was running a video game shop, some shit like that. But his character was hilarious. He had like a dumbass fit on, neon pink. He was actually acting his ass off, and shout out to Jason Momoa because he put his all into the Minecraft movie. And then you got the main kid, and I'm not trying to be a hoe, but he had this lisp that I couldn't not notice, and like maybe that makes me sound like a dickhead, but it's just like every word you're like, damn, this kid has a nasty lisp. And like I said, I feel like a dickhead. Aside from the acting, you have the plot, and the plot was equally bad, if not more so. Like, the first part of the movie starts off with some context, giving Steve's backstory, dumbass backstory, and then you get context of the main kid character, and he's this kid, has no dad, his mom died, they don't say how she died. She wishes her kids to move to this town in bumfuck nowhere in like Idaho or Ohio or some shit, and she puts that all on her daughter, who is like a grown woman, and the daughter has to take care of the brother, and she gets a job as the head of social media for a potato company, like a tater tot company or some shit, and the whole town's economy is based off of this tater tot factory. And I'm like, okay, interesting plot point, I guess. And they put like a lot of emphasis on this in the beginning part of the movie, and it's just a really intriguing choice of something to focus on for like a good amount of the movie. The main character, he's dealing with like internal struggle. He's too much of a genius for the other kids or some shit. Like, he's too smart and wasn't fitting in or something like that. It was pretty dumb. And then you get to the actual Minecraft part where they get sucked into the Minecraft world. The premise of that was dumb too. I'm not gonna go too much into depth, but he gets sucked into the Minecraft world, and then instantly, like, you're just like, I don't know, it was just like CGI Nation, you know, like CGI Universe, and it just wasn't great to look at, I guess. It was just really, how do I put it, jarring, because it was kind of like they were trying to do realistic CGI, and it's like, you either you go all in on the Minecraft look, or you go all in on the realistic look. To me, at least, you could see the creepers had like a realistic look to them. The villagers just looked really like nasty, honestly, because they still had the rectangular faces, but they had fleshy skin, and it's like, oh, like this is kind of nasty. And all the animals looked like that too. The zombies looked even nastier because the skin was green. But maybe that's me just nitpicking. But then you get to the Minecraft mechanics, and to begin with, the building was stupid as fuck, because the way he like mined the blocks just looked really like dumb, I guess. And then you get to the placing of the blocks, and they just do it real goofy where they're like, I don't know, it just looks stupid to me. And then you get to the crafting, you know, there's mining, I already explained that, and then there's crafting, and it's just like dumb, you know, like they didn't go all in on making it true to the game. For instance, the main character, he managed to bring in like a battery and a tater tot and use iron ingots to make a potato gun. That's not in Minecraft. And like I said, maybe I'm being a stickler, but I don't know. I feel like you either go all in or you don't, you know? Then they have the boots of swiftness, where it doesn't like it's not regular boots that are enchanted. It looks like some shit out of, I don't know, League of Legends or Dota. They look like the boots that Hermes, the Greek god, would wear with wings on them, and it's just like, I don't know, interesting design. And then they, at the end of the movie, they put the boots of swiftness on an iron golem, and he gets these speed powers and he's able to run through people, and I'm like, bro, this is dumb. Like, this shit is stupid. And you know, I'm hating on all this shit throughout watching the movie, but then the shitty acting is making me laugh, and the way things look is making me laugh, and the dumb shit in the movie is making me laugh. And I realize this, and I'm like, why am I laughing? This movie's supposed to be bad. I've been had it in my head and that this movie fucking sucks. And like I said, the movie does suck. Not in a Sharknado type of way, but maybe it was a Sharknado type thing where the movie is so bad it's good. You feel me? Maybe I just came to that realization. But like I was saying, I'm laughing at all the shit that I just shit on. I just shit on the acting. I just shit on the crafting. I just shit on the CGI. But I'm laughing at all of it. And they got some funny jokes in there too. And I take a step back and I'm like, this movie, I'm enjoying watching this movie. You know, like I mentioned earlier, there's a bunch of kids in there. They're screaming out the chicken jockey, flint and steel, crafting, I am Steve, all that shit. Like they're saying all the catchphrases, and I'm like, bro, this is annoying. But then every time they do it, I'm laughing. So that contributes to the movie experience. And while all that's happening, I look over at my brother and he's smiling throughout the movie. He's enjoying it. And it's like, I take a step back, and this movie's for kids. You know, I have invested a lot into the Minecraft franchise, but at the end of the day, it's a kids movie. It wasn't made for me, and I'm still enjoying it. So did the movie really suck? You know? When I think about how long this franchise has been in my life, from playing Pocket Edition with my sister and being scared to make the Nether Reactor core and thinking Herobrine was real, watching the scary Herobrine videos at 8 years old on my couch in broad day and still being scared as fuck, to watching these Minecraft YouTubers and wishing I could be like them, to making my own Minecraft videos hoping that shit, maybe this will blow up, trying to make a unique series, to playing this all throughout the pandemic, to being in college and playing this every break, like I'm about to be on summer break and I'm already planning on making a Minecraft server. And you know, still watching all these Minecraft YouTubers I was watching growing up, seeing the resurgence of the creeper all man meme in like whatever year that was, 2022, 2023, whenever that was, you know, seeing these Minecraft YouTubers get their flowers and still playing the game. It's like, man, this game has been with me through so much, and I've invested thousands of hours into this game. So to see it on a big screen, maybe it's not a Christopher Nolan adaptation, lore accurate, exploring Steve and like why the end has so many dragon boats with dragon heads on them, and why the gas are in the nether instead of the overworld, and just going through the lore of Minecraft. Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's just a goofy movie with a dumb premise about tater tots and Jack Black not giving his all. You know, maybe it's that, but all the kids enjoyed it and I enjoyed it. So when I look at how much enjoyment this game has given me throughout the years, and how much I honestly liked the movie despite how terrible it was, you know, maybe that is worth shedding a couple tears over.